Hey y'all, hey, it's Naila and this is Gurl, Whatchu Readin. And I'm not feeling 100% today. I'm not my normal bubbly, upbeat self. Never bubbly, but you get it. Anyway, so I thought that today would be the perfect day to talk about bookish things that give me the ick. So we should do that. Yeah, let's do that. Listen, I love books. I love reading. I love fictional worlds, messy characters, morally gray chaos, cozy vibes, dramatic plots, all of it. But every now and then, a book will do something or a reader will say something and I instantly catch the ick. Not just, I didn't love this. No. An ick. That feeling where you set the book down, look around dramatically, and question everything because why? So today, we're not talking unpopular opinions. These are bookish icks. My personal, petty, specific pet peeves that live rent-free in my reading life. So, we're going to go ahead and get into it, starting with bookish ick 1. Annotating like it's homework. Listen, let me be clear. I am an English teacher. I am an ELA teacher, so I absolutely get the value of annotating in academic settings. If highlighting quotes help you engage with the book, if you love tabbing your favorite lines or tracking themes, I respect it. Like, if it's just a little bit here and there, that's your process, cool, respect. But don't let me borrow the book, for one. And for two, if you've marked every single sentence on the page, we are no longer annotating, people. You're coloring. This is a coloring book now. Some of y'all got tabs for emotional trauma, romantic tension, foreshadowing, favorite facial expressions, and even what the weather symbolizes. It doesn't symbolize anything. That's not study. That's a crafting project at this point. And while I love that you're connecting deeply with the text, sometimes I just want to read. I don't want to know your thoughts. I want to know my thoughts. I want to think. Can I vibe? Let me absorb the chaos naturally. Let me feel it for myself. Not every book needs to be dissected like I'm prepping a lesson plan. It's not that. Bookish ick number 2. The I don't read fiction people. Okay. This one definitely gets under my skin because these people who proudly say, I don't read fiction like that's some kind of badge of honor. Like, okay, so you don't believe in imagination is what I'm hearing. You just read business books and biographies and you think that that makes you more serious than the rest of us? Okay. The shade isn't just in what they say, it's in how they say it. Like, fiction is fluffy and unserious. Meanwhile, I'm out here having emotional breakthroughs over fake characters in fake towns living through real pain. Like, fiction helps us to understand people. It's how we connect. It makes us feel, I don't know. I will gladly cry over a fictional best friend before I take life advice from a guy who says rise and grind before brushing his teeth every morning. Is that real? Okay, bookish ick number 3. These insta-love stories. I'm sorry, but I cannot even do it. If two characters lock eyes from across the room and are suddenly soulmates by chapter 2, I'm out. That's not romantic. It's suspicious. That's lazy writing. How am I supposed to root for your love story when you've known each other for all of 5 minutes and already you're planning a life together? You die for each other. You got 3 kids and the white picket fence and all the things. Where is the tension? Where is the buildup? Where is the slow burn? I want enemies to lovers. I want awkward beginnings. I want something. I need the drama. If your entire relationship fits in an elevator pitch, I'm not invested. You can keep it. That's not reality. And then while we're at it, we need to talk about these books with sex for no reason. Because there's a zombie apocalypse outside. We're out of milk. I mean, come on. Books that throw sex scenes in just to be salacious. Why? Why are they having sex right now? There's no buildup. There's no chemistry. There's no emotional reason for it. And suddenly, we're in a full-blown scene with detailed descriptions that feel completely out of place. Like, why? So it's not that I'm anti-steamy reads because I love a good sex scene. I love a well-done, well-timed, meaningful scene. But when it feels forced, when I have to stop mid-paragraph, like, wait, what are we doing and why? That's not sexy. That's confusing. Make it make sense or take it out. It don't need it. Whoever your publisher is, they should have told you. We don't need it. I understand sex sells, but right now, bookish ick number 4, spine breakers. Let's talk about book abuse for just 1 second, please. If you're out here folding your paperbacks in half like they insulted your mom, I am silently judging you. The way I gasp when I see someone bend a spine all the way back, I clutch my imaginary pearls, y'all. I'm not saying your books have to be pristine. No, because you're obviously going to read them. They're not going to be pristine. But when the pages are falling out of the spine and it looks like they've been through a horrible breakup, that's not well loved. That's violence. You cannot borrow from my shelves at any point if I see that you treat your books like they are stress toys. I'm sorry. Boundaries. Bookish ick number 5. Characters who don't talk like real people. Beautiful writing is great, but I need characters that sound like actual humans. Not every sentence needs to be poetic. Not every moment has to feel like it was ghostwritten by a therapist. If your characters are saying things like, a storm brews inside me, Sarah, as I walk this path of broken glass, Sarah, I'm out. Don't nobody talk like that. Don't nobody repeat names like that. Nobody talks like that. Nobody talks in metaphors 24/7. Nobody talks like that. Give me messy dialogue. Give me awkward timing. Let them interrupt each other and say the wrong things now and then. I want real. I want a real conversation, and I don't want it to feel rehearsed. You can't think of how a real conversation would go? Maybe you shouldn't be writing. Maybe you shouldn't be writing dialogue. So I've forgotten where I am on the list, but up next is the not like other girls line. She's not like other girls because she wears hoodies and reads books. Please. That's not good character development. That's internalized misogyny wearing glasses. We've all seen this character, the quirky loner who's not like the others because she doesn't care about clothes or makeup or socializing. She's a loner. Cool. She's allowed to be herself. But don't make her interesting by tearing down other women. Saying that it's somehow wrong to care about clothes and makeup and socializing. Girls can be into lip gloss and literature. They can slay eyeliner and even overthrow governments. You're not deep just because you hate brunch and wear sneakers. It's not a character trait. Okay? And then while we're on this subject, let's talk about boring love interests. Because this is another character development issue with authors. Just because he's tall, brooding, and owns a leather jacket does not mean that I'm about to care. Y'all keep giving us love interest with zero personality. He stares, he grunts, he shows up dramatically in a rainstorm. That's it? That's the whole character? Hell, my husband showed up dramatically in a rainstorm one day. Didn't make him a good character for a book. And this happens with women too, by the way. So some of these love interests are written like a mood board with no actual substance. They're pretty, mysterious, and vaguely wounded, but they've got nothing going on up here on the inside or here. There's no wit. There's no charm. Where's the jokes? I want characters who feel alive. Not like someone just said, make them hot and traumatized and call it a day. How am I supposed to feel for these people? All right, up next is It Gets Good After page 300. Listen, sometimes I keep reading a book, hoping it'll get better. I want to believe the hype. You guys know, you've seen me do reviews on books where I said it gets better at the end, but I want to get to the twist. I want the payoff, so I'll keep going. But sometimes I don't have time for this or the energy to wait around for a story to find its footing. If you're telling me to suffer through 75% of a book for the ending to slap, that's not a book. That is a setup. That is a trap. Authors, you guys gotta do better. Okay? You're supposed to hook the reader in the beginning. And you guys know I'm a mood reader. So if I'm not vibing with this book and it's dragging, sometimes I'll push through, but most of the time I'm gonna DNF that thing. And I won't look back. It depends on what kind of day I'm having, for real. But the whole just wait, it gets good eventually pitch, red flag. I'm not picking up that book if another reviewer just told me I gotta wait for it to get good. So I'm not loving that. Authors, do better. So yeah, those are some of my biggest bookish icks. Try to say that 3 times fast. Some are petty, some are personal, but all of them are real. If any of these called you out a little, it's okay. We've all got our quirks. Ick respectfully. But now it's your turn. Drop your biggest bookish icks in the comments. The dramatic ones, the petty ones. I want to hear the mess. Let's stir up some drama. And if you disagree with me, that's fine. But come with the facts, baby, because I'm ready. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to Girl, Whatchu Readin. For more chaos, real talk, and bookish breakdowns. You know I got them for you. So until next time, happy reading and bye.